Where am I going? I don't know what I want here. Let's... I got the thing I wanted. Oh. Let's go back to the holds real quick. Gonna check the ash. Hey, Wing. Doing research, picking up random items. I got the Instant Faith seal. Oh no, you are allowed to? Can I put anything? Oh, I can. Does it allow me to choose bleed? Oh no, I can get all three. This is bad. I can get three on one weapon. Okay, so the way this works, I won't be able to use this skill, but the way this works is that I can get, I could choose Frost and do the same thing, right? No, you can't. You can't with Frost. So I can only do, I can do Poison, Blood, and Rot at the same time. Because if I choose this mist, what ends up happening is that I have two that are inherent, right? And then I choose the buff. Like, I use the skill and I get the third one. So this is strange and unique. So the funny thing is that now, if I have another weapon in the other hand, and, for example, it's a Frost weapon, if I have, like, Chilling Mist, or what I could do is say, what other status effect would be good then if I wanted to have something? I don't know if you can choose... It might have to be like Frost Bleed or something, so like if they allow you to take a bleed weapon and put Frost on it, then maybe. Yeah. But you whatever, in one way or another, you get all four, because at the very least you'd put on Freezing Mist and just make it a Frozen Dagger, so you just do this. You'd be like, oh, okay, go Freezing Mist. And then choose Cold, right? And that's a thing. So you'd have one weapon that does just Cold and does it really well, and has decent damage, because it's going to do... It'll have decent int scaling if I wanted to do that. And then I have the other weapon that does the other three, which is fucking bonkers. And realistically, what you'd probably end up doing is saying you would use another thrusting sword. That way you have your extra thrusting. And you just power stance your double thrust, I guess. So you apply them at the same time. It's pretty redonk. So let's go let's take this, what did I want to do? What did I want to do here? I want to get rid of crappy star garbage. I want to put on the great bow. Can fit in some face stuff again. Is there anything I really want right now for Faith? I kind of want to try Discus. Maybe get a flame spell just to have it. Because I don't have any fire effects right now. Oh, regen, let's go. Let's do that. Yeah, that's a good standby. Now I've got like a long range damage dealer, medium range damage dealer. You know, actually, you know what? If I'm going to do medium range stuff, I don't need... I mean, Comet, I don't know. It's weird. It's like safe. But so is Rock and Glint Blade, so like Comet starts losing its place. Well, in that case then, go back to Glint Pour and go from there, or Downpour or whatever. And that's what we got. Was I able to upgrade the Prince of Death Staff to any real degree? No, not yet. Then I need to see if I can do that. I'm guessing it upgrades with Somber, maybe?
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your arms then.
Regular. Okay, this can be arranged. So I need just 3 of these, then I need 12 of the next. I need 12 of the next. What can I afford? Man, I've got nothing. I'm gonna not rush to spending my runes to upgrade, and what I'm gonna do instead is just like get it as far as I can, see where it's at, and then just come back when I've got runes.
Back over no matter.
Or oh, I'm too poor. I'll spend a couple.
Back over no matter.
Just like that. So this is gonna go to 25. I have 167 already. That could reasonably be pretty good. Oh man, I feel like there's a place that I haven't fully explored yet. Like I went back to Stormville. Some place I was planning on going back to. Like, oh, I wanted to explore a bit more of the castle. I don't know where I want to be, but I know there's an area that I saw Pat Stairs at go into. That is curious, and I want to find it. Maybe close to the rampart? I have no idea where it is on the map. I know it's somewhere in the capital. Yeah, Kylian. I think the only thing that kind of that makes Comet decent is going to be like if you're wearing Rajay's full set, and maybe like it casts faster and it travels faster, so it's like that's kind of some of the cost you're paying for it. But you would need skills to make it good, or something to make it good. His boosts weapon skills? I thought it boosts... Oh... It doesn't do spells at all. I misread that. Well, shit. Yeah, I'm getting nothing out of it. I like the look. But now I'm starting to want something else. There's only like a couple of Glintstone that are already decent. There's like 2, I think. Did not know. Oh, that's some damage. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for structure-wise. Oops. What? What the hell happened there? Oh man, being able to hit that far away, that's pretty good. Not what I meant to use. GG. Where could the structure be that I want to hit? I think I just have to start wandering around town to try to find what I want to find. It's quite a sight though, especially because I'm running it at... I'm technically running it at 4K, I'm just downscaling it now. Yeah, it's via DSR, so it's like... It's higher quality for sure, because like all the A lot of random visual effects are being better rendered. Oh, you're strong. I should have used the dagger first. That's a thing that you can do, huh? So here's an interesting thing. I still have no idea what's going on with this. Like, what's... This looks like one of those Lance of Longinus, whatever. Whatever it's called. From, I mean, Evangelion, and then, you know, obviously Christian mythology. That's not a move I'm familiar with. What was that all about? Is that just their jump animation? Please no perfume. Oh, that's a one-shot. Okay. Can't roll out of it. I didn't realize I could one-shot those things. Or even get close to that. I don't know if I've been in that building before. Yeah, you can't roll out of it. Even if... Oh, you can. What? Ah. You have to wait for it to fully charge, though. Jeez. I'm gonna do a non-fully charge just to see what we get. Still strong as shit. Holy crap. Just the range alone. Comet's range is really short. This one is like a lock range is your distance. Ooh. Just need one of those to hit. Or not, it's fine. Well, that's kind of a short hop. All you have to say is sorcery gameplay you've seen makes sorcery seem way cooler than incantations. Incantations are strong, at least. They don't look as cool, in my opinion, but, you know, people love shit. You know, people love their, you know, holy magic. Oh, there's an item here too. What structure was I going for? A big circular one I've already lost track of. With a light coming out. What was I looking at a second ago? Was it this one? It's this one. Shit, we're marking this. Oh, no you don't. I'm seeing all sorts of things I want to see. There's a door. So the structure's right over there. I potentially can get in there. I thought I saw an item on another roof somewhere, but I've already lost track of it. All right, don't spawn at enemies that I haven't seen yet. No? You good? Oh, you got you. Please don't reach me before I'm done shooting. Please, you're gonna back me into some dude. Yeah, there's some strong like damage spells for sure. Oh, do I find the FP recovery per kill to be worth it? If you one-shot stuff with Glintstone Pebble, it effectively costs 2. So it's kind of worth it. The HP recovery is also great. Like, I mean, you know, considering most spells cost maybe 25 to 35 FP, most of them cost less. You're getting something like 20, 20 to 25% recovery per cast at least. Ah, oh, I can order a drink. Does anybody have a beverage? I'm parched. I haven't had anything to drink in a while now. I should stop taking rounds. Oh yeah, especially if you're using Avalon on me. Somebody is casting lightning in a scary way outside, and that's worrying me. Yeah, I hear armor. Oh, no, don't spam it. Don't do a 4th one, I'll be really upset. No means no. Super dead here. Oh, I'm absolutely super dead here. Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. Is everybody dead? Are we good? 5 warming stones, jeez. I've really got to start using those. I don't think those affect enemies. It's not like warmth in Dark Souls 2. I have to do this. Don't know if that would be considered a location or a thing. Place? I probably have skipped it already, like twice. Situations? Oh, I did get curled into a ball recently, didn't I? I swear I just got it. Dejection, balled up. So I want to keep that one. How are the other ones doing? Got a little bit from there, not much from there. A couple more there. Well, I guess I'm not cool enough to get a lot of ratings then. Is this just the other side of the... So the one I need to go is over there. Or... Well, I got turned upside around... turn around again. What did they say? Flips upside down like I'm prattling off the Fresh Prince theme. Here's some big dummy in armor again. Surprised the hidden path in Ray Lucaria isn't getting more. Everyone was getting all despondent, saying, "Oh, there's no hidden paths. Can't find any hidden paths." Cellars. I've been calling them mausoleums because I don't have a vocabulary that works. Commoner's headbands also altered. I bet you... Oh, this is like something that people would actually want. I think the regular headband has some cloth around it. So now you have a character that can wear like a crown. That's the single, like, probably only altered garb I've ever seen that, like, makes sense besides, like, just remove capes and shit. Which is, I guess, like, works. But I think most people were asking probably for, like, Street Fighter style color schemes. At least tweak them to match a couple common themes. Like, if I could change the color of the hat on this to be more like the color of, like, the cape and stuff, I would totally do that. Like, I would have the outer robe color, like, that sort of, like, roughly, you know, kind of, off black, dark charcoal gray kind of color. Capes are better at stopping swords. I can imagine also disrupting your silhouette might be nice. Besides just catching swords in an awkward manner. Oh, what? How so? In game? They do slightly more... Oh, yeah, the damage, yeah. I view that as, like, there's some small amount of, like, optimization a player could do, and I bet there are certain cases where the efficiency goes up. Status stats for anything but status feel fake. The problem though when you're looking at armor and you see these absorption numbers is that those are really going to get you the biggest bang for the buck against heavy hits. Otherwise, your defense through stats, so like through strength and stuff, that's where you're gonna get most of the bang for the buck there. Ooh. Oh, you got the well, you're weak enough where I can try dagger strats. Oh, okay, that's what's going on. Your crouching attack is that little swipe. I wasn't sure if I was holding it too much, and I was getting like a charge attack, but that doesn't exist. Yeah, now you're just poisoned and rotted now. Not great against weaker targets. Oh, geez, okay. Well, players are not going to do big chunky damage as much, and like to notice it, you would need a build focused on defense, and a lot of the benefit you're going to have is really... Wait a second, upper class robe. Isn't this what... What's her face is wearing? Embroidered bright green robe worn by noble children. Donning such a robe is traditionally the child's first show of burgeoning independence. I think somebody in Volcano Manor is wearing that. Oops, well, whatever, it's fine. You mean more in the sense that level seems to be way more meaningful? Well, okay, so there's two defense stats. If you look on the right, one is like mostly 125s for physical for me, and then you see on the right you got like 16s and 17s and 25 and stuff. Absorption is the one on the right. That is from your armor, and that is reducing stuff by that percent. Like my total absorption right now for magic is 25%. I reduce a quarter of all magic. No matter the size of the hit, it's going to remove that. So it's like, it's absorption is typically best against big hits. On the other hand, I have 182 magic flat defense, and that works on a curve with massive returns in both directions. I believe it's just a I don't know if it's Logit or Logit. I've never pronounced it ever, but it's basically the inverse sigmoid curve. If you have any idea what those are, I'm not really well versed in those. I know what. No, it's Logit, not logarithmic. Apparently, it's called Logit, Logit. I don't know how to pronounce it. I just know that that's like if you plot it out, if you basically sat there in a spreadsheet and using the formulas people have posted that are accurate, plotted it out on a graph, how it looks like. It looks like that. So what ends up happening is that in the middle, so in Dark Souls 1, for example, if you're going from like 200 or 250 or so to maybe 350 defense in Dark Souls 1, you notice it's the center of that curve and there's not a lot of change, right? You're always doing like the same percentage of your input damage of your attack rating is going through regardless, right? So like you go from some amount of attack rating to another amount of attack rating, you get the same percentage out of it. Your damage still goes up, but not by any real noticeable amount. If you have really, really high damage, the percentage of the damage that you get goes up. So you not only have higher damage, but you lose less of that high damage. Conversely, if you have really low damage versus defense, then you lose more of your damage than you already have by just having a lower number. And so, for example, the high defense build that I made in Dark Souls 1, the way that those worked is they had... Oh, a bottle. They had 530 defense, right? And somebody could Hornet Ring backstab you with a katana, and you wouldn't see much of it. Because they have so little attack rating relative to your defense that they get punished especially hard for that. Seedbed Curse. It's a key? Curse grown on a body defiled by the Dung Eater. Oh shit. I wonder if, once I have this, Dung Eater will talk to me. Curse grown on a corpse killed and defiled by the Dung Eater. A tender pox afflicted with omen horns. The Dung Eater cultivates the seedbed curse on corpses. By doing so, he prevents dead souls returning to the Ur Tree, leaving them forever cursed. One of the most loathsome things found in all lands between. It's with stuff where you can see how changing one number affects another number. There's 100 million numbers in every player. Like every stat point and every armor piece that they have, you'd have to like, so you need some way to, you would need a way to configure an enemy, like a potential enemy, and look at all the things that you can do, including like motion values and shit. So like your R1, your R2, your two-handed R1 and R, well, in this case, yeah, I guess two-handed R1, two-handed R2, and then weapon skills. Those all have different So, okay, so here's an example. In Dark Souls 2 and I think 3, your one-handed R1 is 1.0, your one-handed R2 is 1.2, your two-handed R2, your two-handed R1 is 1.2, two-handed R2 is 1.4. Murakumo has different rules. In Dark Souls 2, I believe it was your power stanced L1 for most weapons was 1.1, and your power stance L2 was 1.2. In Dark Souls 2, those and many other modifiers happen after defense. In all of the other games, they happen before defense. So it's like representing the math of the player becomes impractical at best and impossible at worst. And really, like, if your gameplay works in a reasonable way, then players can kind of understand, like, oh, like, if I'm not doing anything with my regular attacks, like, let me two-hand and do an R2, and that will get me much further. And it does. So if you take, I think it was a plus 6 or something, I think it was either equivalent to plus 6 or a plus 6. No, I guess it was plus 6, yeah. Plus 6 raw broadsword, two-handed R2 versus Sif in Dark Souls 1. You would do 6 times as much damage versus Sif with a two-handed R2 than you would with a one-handed R1 because of how defense works and how the motion values work. And I do not have enough FP to keep going. I should go somewhere else. I still can't find the place that I want to go to. I don't know what structure it's going to be. Yeah, absorption is it's extremely straightforward. It's like you put on a piece. Okay, so let's say I put on this piece of. I have nothing on right now, and then I put on the Preceptor's long gown. I am reducing all incoming physical damage by 6.1%. If I put on another piece of armor, like if I say I now want to go and grab the Nox Monk bracelets, then relative to whatever I had before, I'm reducing the remaining damage by 2.1%. So like whatever stated on there, you add more. So I put on a third piece, whatever remained afterwards, I'm reducing that by 8.4%. And they do the math for you to say, like, my total physical right now is 16.889%. That's the result of all that math together. Does armor do anything to flat defense? It does not. In Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring, armor does nothing to flat defense unless the armor produces a stat. So in this case, I'm getting intelligence, so all of my flat defense goes up a teensy bit, and my magic, I believe... I don't know why the magic's going down. No, the magic's going up. The magic's still going up more. Yeah. So everything goes up a bit. This gives you mind as well. So, like, if the armor happens to give you stats, then you get extra flat defense. But any regular armor will not. You might have seen me talking about, on Twitter, a video that I wanted to produce at some point, and basically the video I want to produce answers every single one of those questions and explains what to do with it. That's pretty much like the video that I want to make. There's a relatively big structure that I don't know where it is, and I want to go into it. I don't want to spoil what I think it is, but I also don't want to be wandering around for it for too long. Souls Ending experience is limited to casually wandering through third to half of Dark Souls. No. Actually, no. 99 humanity doesn't solve everything. There's a bunch of random things you can do to make things easier. Like, if you're very low level and you end up in Sens, get steel protection right away and equip it. Because if you don't already have at least 175 to 200 defense, adding 50 is big. If you're even lower level, adding 50 is even bigger than that. I'm out of darts. So basically, you can just pick armor based on looks, poison, status, resistances. Pretty much. If you have kind of middle of the road armor, then unless it's for Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring, it doesn't really matter that much. Unless you're doing very specific optimization. Wow, I was like doing double that earlier. Ooh, almost. I have nothing I can use at this point. Might have a regular throwing knife or something, right? So, interesting thing about the defense stuff, though, is that you can, with the right combination of armor and buffs and stuff, you can get absorption values, like, conveniently, that exceed, like, 60%, temporarily trends towards 80%. So, even versus bosses, you can tank them under the right circumstances. But if you're trying to fight players, then you start going into like, okay, I need to pump, I don't know, whichever stat nowadays. It's probably, I don't know. In Dark Souls 3, it was typically strength and vitality. Now I don't know. And like, okay, so like in order of impact, it was vitality, strength, and dexterity. Your physical stats in that order would increase your physical flat defense, and it was extremely like noticeable, super strong. Oh man, and the freaking archer too. This sucks. Strength is the highest physical defense. That's actually better than I was hoping. Because so here's the thing, I was concerned about using. I was concerned that they were going to take away the benefit. Oh, that's worthless. I was concerned they were going to take away the, endurance, or what is it? Strength gives you equivalent, right? I was really concerned about that because I was like, oh man, that means that all the tanky builds are not gonna, they're not gonna have, they're not gonna typically have the highest flat defense, but if strength still gives you the highest flat defense, then the problem, like what I wanted is still there. It's just instead of needing vitality and strength in Dark Souls 3, it's just strength. So, oh, that makes me feel better. I wasn't sure if, like, strength would not stand out. Because, like, the ideal is that strength builds with high poise are typically the only scenarios where you can shrug off lighter hits and A, not take much damage and not get staggered at the same time. That would be B. And that's exactly what we get, so that's great. It gives me high hopes for my upcoming, whenever I have time to make Croth. It's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm so lost. Okay, so there was a... Oh, man, there's a interior somewhere in the city that I have not been to. I need help finding it. I don't want to wander around forever, and I'm going to end up dead over and over again anyways. So I think I'm at the point, especially with all the big dudes. Oh, it's even worse. Especially with all the big dudes coming out now. There was a seemingly familiar structure that I want to see if it's what I think it is. Not an Elden Ring specific. What does guard boost do? Guard boost is stability. Those are identical, and all they are is... I don't know what the formula is for it. Beelining for this is so dumb. But what it says is the higher the value, the less stamina that you lose when you block something. Something towards the dragon? Okay. So it's 100% of what, though, is what I want to know. Because I'm assuming then maybe... Oh, no. Maybe every weapon has a, like, a manually entered in... Oh, hell. I gotta mark this place. Crap. Stop following me. I need to mark this on my map. I have to go here. This is a big deal. Shit. This is worth using items. This is a big enough deal. No, fuck off. Camera, please. Are you coming or not? I don't even know what this leads to. Every early game great shield has been garbage compared to some medium shields. I think there's some sort of trade-off that they're doing between stability and negation, like the damage reduction. Oh, does everything consistently bounce off of great shields if they're lighter weapons and not two-handed? Never got a great idea of what the status of that's going to end up being for in Elden Ring. Let's go get fucking murdered. Oh, hello. I tried so hard to just, like, force myself to roll out, and I just couldn't do it. Ah, I didn't mark where I was in the map. It went away. Shit. I have... Well, my runes are there. I'll have to put them... Yeah. Putting that shit on the compass on the map was the best... One of the best decisions that they've ever made. They did a bunch of stuff in this game that is, like, stuff you would never expect. Oh, it's probably that door that I opened, too. They did some stuff in this game that I wouldn't have expected From to be willing to do, because I figured it would be viewed as too friendly to the player. And they just did it anyways. Okay. Okay, one thing I want is allow me to activate levers and just make me stand up. It's cool. I know what I'm doing. I see the prompts. Just make me stand up. Remember how I was talking about UX? That is a UX thing. Like, the player expects this thing to happen. It is absolutely the most accessible Souls game. By an order of magnitude. I'm gonna see if I can, like, get my shit back, and then walk away, and then fire a big ol' fucking missile at you. I feel like I should even go grab... Oh, shit, I have this thing that increases my... That's poison. Shit. Hold on. I have one that increases your damage taken, but boosts your damage. And I can't... Does it require arterial leaves? Yes, it does. Alright, Flask. Flask, L2, charge, and fucking let it rip. You get Comet out or something. That did nothing. Alright, be back in a minute. Oh, come on, I knew you could fit through that. Come on. You're being angry. At the moment I let this go, it's gonna show up and kill me. That's right. Fucking walk away. Oh, no, wait, I have to charge. If I'm taking this elevator and suddenly I get like 10,000 runes, this is gonna be great. And just run up right behind me. No? Hello? Oh, they are way far back now. Oh, perfect. This should be a chunk of the way into finishing this. Glint blade so I can run. There. 20,000? But yes, it's a key. Into Heroes Rune. Heroes Rune 5. Hold on a sec. There's tiers of these things? I wonder how many runes you're gonna get then. More than 20,000 maybe? Alright, so the place that I actually wanted to go to... What type of animal am I? Prairie dog? A capybara. Actually, sorry I didn't read that earlier. Where was the direction I just got a second ago? Somewhere towards the giant stone dragon draped over the city. Yeah, coconut doggo. Consider, I mean, most appropriately for Elden Ring, where everything's a dog anyways. Dragon. Alright, we gotta get out somewhere to take a look and find the dragon. Before I do, gotta do the elevator check. They're normal sized teeth. Could have just gone back to the site of grace anyways, but here we are. Okay, the dragon is this way. This away, so here? Maybe a little closer. Stop magnetizing. I'm maybe a little closer than that. Hold on, one of the other buildings looks really big. This looks really big. Hold on. Have I been in this big structure in the front? I think I would have to if I went through the bridge. Well, okay. Well, that's the thing I can do then. Let's go in here, turn to the right. See what we get. Alright. Oh, I can't, You know what's weird? Did I never activate this? Oh. Oh, shit. Here we go. Oh, I did. Yeah. I went up and then out and then I guess warped out? Or something? This is pretty swank. I also like the I like the lever just snapping into place. It's like, oh, is it my cue? I was having a smoke break. Alright. Go spy over the edge? Well, let me go in here first, then I'll go back. Oh, I haven't been here. Because everything's shitty wants me dead. Can't lock onto you, that's great. Thanks for not eating me. Oh, jeez. That's doing less damage than I thought. Staggered, I didn't even realize. 800, okay. Stormhawk. Hey, wait a second. This is from the gameplay preview, I think. If this one has, like, tibia summons or whatever it's called as a weapon skill. Thunderstorm. That's different. Battle axe designed to resemble a hawk with its wings comprising the blade. Signature weapon of warriors who strive to remain one with the storm, despite being so far from their place of birth. Their hearts are proud and thereby easily undone. That's. I bet I'd be surprised then if Nefeli Lu wasn't equipped with 2 of those. Butterfly. I have no idea what the butterflies are even used for. Maybe I've been using them for crafting and not even recognizing that I've been doing that. What does it say? Not what they're used for. Gonna give a sweep and to see if I notice. There's a couple. If I make cured meat and this might be the Dragon's Dogma problem where you're having trouble finding uses for all these random things you can get. Is there only one recipe I have right now that uses these? Which you can filter by ingredient. Like, can you? No. Wait, item type, but no. Yeah. I liked Dragon's Dogma. I thought it was great. It had issues. Like, the inventory system was atrocious. But a lot of the rest of the stuff was cool. I liked the story. Well, I liked the story that existed in the first 20% of the game and the last 20% of the game. The rest, not so much. The rest just didn't have much story. The story that they had was great. It's just you get nothing after a bit. Until the whole, that was like the best part, because all the best bosses and shit were there. Bet you there's one behind me. Ah. My FP. I need it to live. Well, that's a scary. Cool. Okay. Easy now. No. I think they're actually working on Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh, that's painful. I think Dragon's Dogma Online was sort of testbed for that. But, yeah, I don't think they would have submitted it to NVIDIA without having some certainty that it's going to exist. At least that they're far enough to think that they're going to do something with it. Yeah, I didn't feel like doing all the jank setup to make Dragon's Dogma Online work in the West, but it looked solid. And considering I never really touch MMOs because the ones that I have played were terrible, it would have been interesting to play an MMO for once that I actually am interested in. Did I go through this and like not do anything with it? Hold on. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I knew this room looked familiar when I came in, but I didn't see anything else when I went through, and it did. Okay, so that explains that then. How do I get up here? I think this door was closed last time. Oh, and there's a painting too. That's why they say grass. They mean touch grace, but they're making the grass joke. Okay, I'll give you the thumbs up for the Sigvard. Go touch grace. Flightless bird. I don't know if I've been to any of the artist locations yet. Love is flower enemy? What is that supposed to mean? Yeah, soup should be a word. Because you give your love flowers. I mean, in an ideal world, lots of people would receive flowers. How do I... There's got to be a staircase to go up or something. A lot of the game journalism coverage of Dragon's Dogma was like, could this be Capcom's Monster Hunter for international markets? Really? Because Monster Hunter is the Monster Hunter for... Well, but they also said lover here and there, and they made. I thought they meant Ronnie, and I thought they were talking about like waifu stuff. Monster Hunter World was Monster Hunter for the international market. Oh yeah, here we go. They broke the stairs. How do I get up here? Can I just like kind of? Oh, let me up. Yeah, this is literally. I wonder why this is. What's the story behind this then? I wonder. Roundtable holds. So there is like a tutorial message. Roundtable Hold is located outside of this world. It could only be reached through Sites of Grace, except for this is literally Roundtable Hold. So what the fuck? What I think is probably happening is that maybe they say it goes through Sites of Grace. I think they're manifesting memories. 2 fingers prayer book. That's a big deal. I think some of the areas you can get to through Sites of Grace, especially the ones that aren't real, are being manufactured by America, maybe? Something like that? Does this say could it be a soup? Mushroom. Could be mushroom soup. I'll give it a thumbs up. That's good. They're doing the best they can with a hat. You know, it also adds umami flavor to everything. Delicious MSG. Wait, is that you? Hold on. Oh, it's got one of the fancy signs. Yeah, you're right. It's got the bigger glow to it. You're in my group. MSG is nature's MSG. Okay, so there's an item there. I can clearly get up there.